Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me again, Metaverse Explorer. I'm here to keep you up to date on what's happening in crypto. And as I say, I'm going to be doing these like once a day if I can to try and get everyone up to date on crypto. Obviously, I can't get everything, but when we wake up in the morning, we always check our phone and then we see what happened in crypto while we slept. First off, thank you very much for liking and subscribing. This is Dancing Pepe. It is the bear market at the moment. So thank you very much for your service, Mr. Pepe. We really appreciate it. Ciao. All right, so let's get started. In the today's video, I've got a few topics to talk about. We have StepN, which is a move to earn game on Solana. If people haven't heard about them, they're not just on Solana; they're on BNB as well. And now they're about to go over to the Ethereum marketplace, where they have new. If you had a Bored Ape Yacht Club, you're able to mint one of their sneakers and participate in the Ethereum realm because all the chains are divided into realms. But what I actually wanted to talk about was they had just recently came out with an announcement, which is some really, really good news, right? Who the hell is making money in these bear markets at the moment? Well, StepN actually is. They're really profitable at the moment. And look at this. For their quarter two profits, they came out and said, in quarter two of 2022, StepN generated $122 million in profit through platform fees. Now, where do the platform fees actually come from? They're from everyone who's using the StepN, which is basically you have a phone, it's an app, you have a sneaker, you go and run or walk with your sneaker, you earn GST tokens, and then you can either use that to mint a new sneaker or you can buy another sneaker, and all of them have little fees attached to them. So they earned 122 million in quarter two from those fees. StepN is going to leverage 5% of the profits to initiate a quarter two GMT buyback. Now, GST is the actual utility token of the app. GMT is the governance token of the company, the platform. Now, does the governance token actually give you any rights for the company? No, it doesn't. It just says, hey, yeah, you might be able to make a vote here or there. None of that has actually been implemented yet, but still, it's still out in public and people can go and buy GMT if they need it. It's going crazy, right? They're still making profit even in this giant bear market. It's really, 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 I don't know how to feel about it because we've been exposed to all the Ponzinomics that we've seen, right? And for me, StepN is a Ponzinomic thing at the moment. It only goes up when more people get in. Same as real estate. The price of a real estate only goes higher if someone else is able to buy it for you from a higher price. Same as art, So it's really weird. We've had these Ponzinomics and now we're rotating to companies that are actually profitable and making money. Those are the ones that you want to stick around with. Yeah, they give across a couple of things that they're going to be expanding on, what they're going to be using these funds on. The first thing is security and server maintenance. They're saying they're having lots of DDoS attacks to them. When you get more popular, you have a bigger honeypot. People want to go after that honeypot, right? Hackers, they want to try and penetrate you in every different direction. Get your minds out of the gutter. They have something called SMAC, which is anti-cheating system. This basically was when a lot of people were using bots or different cheating methods or having two phones at the same time and just running the same time. That was obviously cheating. So they called it SMAC. We're going to smack you. If we find that you're cheating, then we're going to take away a lot of the earnings that you had. And so they're going to improve on this. They're going to expand their team. They need people who are interested in tech development, engineering, marketing, public relations, development, biz dev, distribution, and legal, as well as advisory for a product suite that they're going to be releasing. Now, the product suite is a DEX, an NFT marketplace, and social platform. So social products. So that's very interesting that I see there. Partnerships. They're looking for partnerships, StepN branding, and the buyback and burn. That's what they're going to be focusing on. Now, similarly, in StepN, they just released an announcement that I want you guys to know about. If you're interested in this at all, if you're in Ethereum ecosystem and you are going to be using any of the Ethereum sneakers, then you should know there is a new attribute coming called health points, HP. Basically, what it is going to, as you move with your sneaker, you're going to have a decay of HP health points of your sneaker. This is going to be affected by the amount of energy you use, sneaker quality, and the comfort stat. The higher the stat, the lower the decay, of course. So what's going to restore your HP? You're going to need comfort gems, you're going to need GST, and you're going to need GMT. Now, they're all going to be burning all of these tokens, right? So they want an they want a deflationary pressure on the token, because lots of people are earning it. They're not doing anything for it. They earn it. It comes into circulation. Now other people burn it and take it out of circulation. So you're getting a supply and demand to try and get a middle ground somewhere. Does that make sense? Yeah. So that's it for StepN. Let's move on. Now, I want to talk about Animoca Brands. They just came out and they said they raised $120-something million. Look at this. Sorry, Animoca Brands raised $75 million at a $5.9 billion valuation to invest in blockchain games. This is crazy. I don't know if you heard about Animoca Brands, but they are one of the leading, they're an Australian company, one of the leading blockchain game investors. Now, they do have a few projects that they own themselves. So these are current blockchain projects. Is Rev Motorsport, Rev Racing. They have the Sandbox. They are very prominent in the Sandbox, right? Sandbox is a heavily kind of a BNB thing. It was on Binance Chain. It's super popular. They have the Sand token from Sandbox, Phantom Galaxies, Tiny Tap, Arc 8, Tower Experiment, and Talk Squad and Benji Bananas. Now, those are just the actual blockchain games, right? But they also have issued fungible tokens that they've given themselves. So these guys know how to release a token, right? They have Sandbox, they have the Rev token, they have the game token, Tower token, Limb token, LMT, Bondly, Quid, Prosper. You get the idea. These guys are so used to releasing tokens, they know exactly when to sell on top of you, right? I'm not saying they're nefarious or anything, but they know the tokenomics that they want for a game, okay? And I'm super happy to see that these guys are still raising funds within the blockchain space, especially in this bear market. Now, at the end of every video, I'm also going to go through who has raised what funds in the day, right? Let's go on. So this is a post that I saw on Reddit, which really caught my eye. This person speaks very sadly about how he thought he had more time. I don't know if you know, but the euro is now equal to $1. What does that actually mean? What does that mean, right? So it means that the euro has lost so much value because the euro used to be traded a lot higher than the US dollar. Look, just before in last year, December 2021, maybe November, €1 used to be 1.2 US dollars. Now it's on parity. It's $1 for €1. That basically means the euro is losing a lot of its value. Even though we all hate the US dollar, we know it's the fiat system, it's inflated to the maximum, we're getting fucked by every which way. It's still the best fiat currency out there. Every other currency is losing its value very, very easily. Think about third world countries. All their currencies are going to zero, and now we have the euro, which is now decreasing in value. And the strongest out there is the shit US dollar, which we peg our USDC stablecoins against. It's not like we don't peg it against Bitcoin. Oh no, why don't we, right? We should peg it against Satoshis, at least sats, and not to the US dollar, which is inflated by 8% every year. And we're waiting for that start to come out. So I'm just going to read this to you so you can see here. We often speak about that African nation currency being devalued and many people running towards crypto or USD. Because we assume that a nation that small, often a weak nation, has of an economic area, will face inflation consequences more rapidly than those called developing nations. Well, me as a European, I always thought that, like most of you, now I'm finding that the money earned during the last year period is worth 20% less. Imagine my joy. Do you guys realize that if you're not even your token, your fiat currency is debasing in value, all the work you did this year is now worth 20% less next year? Does that not make you upset? That makes me so very upset. Imagine your dad who worked 30 years, or your mum who worked 30 years slaving away in that shop that paid minimum wages, and they worked there for 30 years. And now they're 50, 60 years old, and all the money that they earned is now worth like 20% of what it actually was. Doesn't that make you upset? So depressing. So bad. We have to really fix this system. I'm super tired of it. Rant over. This doesn't even take into consideration inflation. We get sad when our stock or crypto plummets minus 20%, but why don't we have the same reaction with fiat? We should. It's literally the same thing. I'm personally not invested more than 20% of my entire net worth in crypto. That's good because, let's be honest, crypto is a high-risk asset. It is. Now, every day I'm convinced that the difference between crypto and fiat is very subtle. I think it's very subtle as well. In fact, starting last month, he decided to increase his DCA amount only with a comfortable amount. You have to be comfortable. Like if you have an emergency, your car breaks down, you still have to be able to go and get it. All right, I'm going to stop there. He just ends it beautifully. The traditional financial system cannot hold on like this forever. It needs to change, and soon. Now, next topic is Su Zhu. Su Zhu came out and said, because Su Zhu is one of the CEOs of Three Arrows Capital, we know that he actually he was on MIA for a while because he was ghosting all the creditors and everyone who was asking for his money back. Now, he just came out and he said, sadly, our good faith to cooperate with the liquidators was met with baiting. Hope that they did exercise good faith with the Starkware token warrants. Now, he just let out some alpha there because Starkware, we didn't know had a token. Well, we kind of did know there was a token coming, but now it's been confirmed. There is a Starkware token, right? And now we know it's going to be dumped to the max because these liquidators are going to want to try and claw all the money away. Basically, this is emails between the two parties, the two-party lawyers, and they're talking about why you didn't do this, why didn't you acknowledge this, confirm it when you acknowledge this. There's a lot of legal stuff going on here. And of course, Anthony Sasal, he's saying kind of funny way to confirm that the Starknet token that we already knew was coming is now, it's around the corner somewhere. And if it is, man, I am not going to be buying that token because they are going to sell it all the way. It's crazy. Here, it appears, therefore, that contrary to your representations that you were seeking to engage our clients in good faith and constructively, you had already prepared to make that application and were in fact baiting our clients. Ooh, there's some legalese speak over here. It's crazy. All right, let's have a look at who is actually raising money in this bear market because it is the bear market now. This is where builders get to build some really cool stuff without all the noise, without all the expectation of people coming for money. Now, let's have a look. Within the last day, we have had, I think, 7 companies raise a bunch of money. We got $1 million from Monopoly Millionaire Game, which is a seed fund. I love this website because we can go through it and see who's raised a lot of money. And usually I got some advice here. When I see that a protocol or a company has raised, a Web3 company at least, has raised money recently and they don't have a token yet, you should expect a token coming soon. You should expect the tokens coming soon. So either you interact with them somehow, use the protocol somehow. And remember what I always say, the best protocols are the protocols without tokens because they're going to be generous to you. All right, so Quarry, seed round 1.8 million. Animoca Brands 75 million is the one that we just saw right now, right? I want to go down 100 million. Someone has raised 100 million, and that is safe. I don't know if you know, but Gnosis Safe is kind of like a institutional custody / signing solution. And I'm going to show you their little announcements. $100 million, 60 contributors, 1KX, and Tiger Global. We have some little smaller people in here, Lightspeed, blockchain.com. Gnosis Safe raises 100 million led by 1KX to unlock digital asset management, announces rebrand to Safe. So now Gnosis Safe is now just Safe. Basically what this means is that it's digital asset management. It's for really rich people who can't be stuffed to manage their assets themselves. Well, as a personal person, you have your own ledger. These guys, they have companies and multiple institutional grade security to try and protect all their assets because you have to when you're managing hundreds of millions, maybe billions of dollars, right? You need Gnosis Safe. I'm very excited for this because this means there's more security coming to the round. Following a successful community vote to spin off from Gnosis, the Gnosis Safe project is rebranding to Safe and announcing strategic fund of 100 million. Let's keep going. Who else has raised some money? There are some really nice gems in here, right? So we have Morpho Labs. We can actually read within the last day who has raised. Game distribution platform, first mobile payment solution, digital property rights to video gamers and metaverse through the use of blockchain, digital asset exchanges, one of the first DAO projects with special focus on metaverse assets, Web3 tech, most trusted platform to manage digital assets, optimizing DeFi lending, and that was Morpho. I'm very interested in Morpho. Let's see how much they raised. They raised $18 million in a seed round. Seed round, for God's sake. Listen to these. Coinbase Ventures, Spark Capital, Andreessen Horowitz, Mechanism Capital. These guys are heavy hitters, right? Let's have a look at their website and see what they look like. Called Morpho. I think it's a lending and borrowing platform. Yes, lending and borrowing. Let's have a look at the moment. You can launch their app, and then you have a supply side and a borrow side as usual. And then they have their own token, which is the Morpho token, of course. And I think it has something to do with Compound as well. So basically, you can supply your stablecoins to USDT for 1.77%, and you also get 0.11% APY from Compound. And this is only on Ethereum, I believe. Yeah, Ethereum. Oh, it's on Ethereum and MetaMask as well. Sorry, it's on MetaMask and it's on BNB as well. Oh, very awesome. Now you can look at the dashboard and analytics. Let's go back and see who else has raised something. Now, I know Justin Khan, he's a spin-off guy from Twitch, and now he has his own kind of Twitch Web3 gaming called Fractal, and he just helped raise $3 million for BR1 game. And hopefully, what does that mean? That means these guys are now going to be streaming their stuff on Fractal. Li-Fi strategic round, $5.5 million. They do not have a token yet. There will be a token coming along. And look at this, 1KX. These guys are fishing out money so easily. Coinbase Ventures, we know that when you get a seed by Coinbase Ventures, you're likely to get listed on Coinbase. So, you know, even Anthony Sassal, look at this. Anthony Sassal, even this guy. This guy is a Li-Fi contributor. And that's about it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave you with Dancing Pepe. Hello, mate. How you going? Thank you very much for dancing for us. I know it's the bear market. He's very sad. He needs your likes to survive. Mr. Pepe, thank you for your service. Ciao. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you very much. Ciao.